Well, it's me and I'm still running corn. I wanted to show you what deer damage looks like. I'm going really slow at the moment, but notice how there's corn stalks. There's absolutely no ears left on them. Okay, a couple. Raccoons will pull the whole plant down. They'll knock the stalk over so they can eat the corn off the ground, but the deer can obviously reach the ear and they will just stand there and eat it. Usually they leave the bare cob on, but if they catch it early in the season, they eat the ear before or as it's developing, and it just never really makes an ear because they ate it. See, there's a bare one. Ooh, I don't know if you saw it. Today is opening day of firearm deer season in Michigan. My guys have already gotten a buck and a doe, so congratulations to them. Two less corn eaters out there, and the stomachs were full of corn. There's a couple of ears. Going slow. See how there's no kernels left on. The deer will just, like this time of year, they'll just eat the grain right off the ear. Early in the year, when it's real small, they'll just eat the whole plant. Then they pull the center out as it gets bigger, the newly growing part. Eventually gets big enough when it starts putting that new ear out there, they'll just munch that right off from the plant. The ears that don't get ate, well, they'll keep working at them, and eventually this time of year, they eat the grain off of them. And with that wet or water, well, it's normally got water in it. Even with the rain we've gotten this fall, there's no standing water out there right now. So we're set up for a dry year next year. But that's kind of a, you got the deer ingredients, food and water, and cover. The woods back there. So yeah, they hit this side along here really hard. To for YouTube. Thought, well, it's just running corn. Didn't want to repeat of last week, so I thought I'd get some different angles. So, as you've probably seen by now, I, camera underneath, down on the frame. Right about in there, I stopped to get it out and move it. I also had a sensor I needed to adjust. And I had my phone in my shirt pocket. And I get about halfway across the field and all of a sudden notice my phone is not in my shirt pocket. I'm looking around the cab, it's not in here. So fortunately, I knocked down a couple stalks with the ladder getting up and down. So I was was able to find exactly where I stopped at. Was just about to give up. I even had a GoPro with me. I should have recorded it. And I saw it, caught the glint, the screen on my phone. And I now have my phone now in my pants pocket instead of my shirt pocket. That's that one. Wow. I was gonna say that's the one I lost before, but no, I was using the GoPro that got buried by the plow at that point. I'm using the new one at this moment. Now that we're getting away from the woods and the damage from you know, deer and critters and trees, and we're back up into good corn again. So I'll try to get you some more interesting shots, give you something. Like I said, it's probably not going to be a terribly long video because, well, you know, I'm running corn. I'm not going to apologize for it, but also want to give you something worth watching. This corn's just about as tall as in that other field. I was pleasantly surprised last night, with it being the night before firearm season. I thought, well, I'm going to run the combine home. I can fuel up, grease up, check oil or top off oil and everything, and just went around the woods here and didn't have to go down the road. So I got into the field behind home. I had some spray issues with it this spring, weed control issues. And I mean, it's not going to be my best field, but just the little pass I made, I was really impressed because it's not as tall as this, but the ears are still big, so I'll know better when I get into it more, but I was happy with what I saw. I thought that field was gonna be a total disaster, but we were able to rescue it. There was a few spots I replanted, but I think it was like 5 acres altogether. Not terrible. Really doing good too. This field always does seem to do good in corn, but even with this big old grain tank, this field's long enough and the yield's good enough. I cannot make it all the way around. What a great problem to have. A sensor that's starting to give it up. The tailings return sensor. It shows it's turning all right, but every now and then it'll beep. So I don't know if it's a sensor, but I looked at it and all the little pickup wheel the sensor reads off from has seen its better days. It's also the bearing lock collar. So I'll have to get one of those. Fortunately, we can go in and try to drive and film and adjust things all at the same time. Run corn over. Look at me go. Woo! And tell it to ignore that sensor for now. We know the shafts are working, and I can still check on it every now and then. Yeah, see, it's doing what it's supposed to. Let's see about getting those pieces coming, but at least I can keep running. Let's go back. Oh man, I can get any the way I'm driving. 257. Woo! There's some deer. Oh, there's a big one over there. I can't tell if I think there is antlers. I got a guy in this woods right now, so I'll send him his way. I think that's a doe and a couple of babies from the spring. Yeah, I'm not seeing any antlers. Alarm should be got there. It is. Bin is full. And when it says it, it means it. The old combine had a little bit of a buffer. You could go a few more feet. This one, you better be stopping pretty quick or it's gonna start dancing over the edge. I put a John Mellencamp on the radio. Don't want to get the old YouTube algorithm upset. But put a GoPro in the grain tank, so now I gotta dump it in order to get my footage. Guess you'll see in a minute. I mean, I've already lost my phone out here and found it. What's a GoPro, right? I tell you what, I sure like the unloader on this. Very simple, no gearboxes. Straight shot out, no turns like a turret auger. About the only downside is it has to be all the way out to work. You can't swing it back just a little bit to try to get the other part of the wagon or something like that. But it being a straight shot like that, it just moves the grain. Shoot, I washed the windows today and I still forgot to do that one behind the cab, the grain tank. Let's see if we can find the other GoPro. We got this grain sample door, and there it is. Oh, the battery died on it. I hope I got something. Dang it. Yep, dead battery. Let's see. Don't want to give away the ending. Oh, I died shortly after going in there. What a waste. Okay, back to the grind. Well, here we are. It's night again. Pumping away. We were filling that bin. That filled up. And that bin should fill up tomorrow. Then I'll have to start using the dryer, and this auger won't reach that biggest bin. And I know I got some left that'll be a little on the wet side that I might as well just go ahead and dry. So we can have that video for next week. Some dryer action. Setting it up, or I'll tell you more about it then. next week's video. Like, well, it's just gonna be more of the same, but then everybody thinks I'm dead or something.